Welcome back to Recipe for Crazy. This is quite the interesting episode, dare I say. There's a lot happening in this episode. We are going to pause on the Florida Diaries. Part 2 will come next week because we have more pressing issues to atone to. It is time for people to atone to their sins. Okay, I'm about to verbally attack people. I'm also about to take you through the before and after of my emotions of a date I went on last night. It's going to be very interesting. You're about to tap into my mind, my body, my soul. It's Halloween. Guys, it's Halloween. Do you care? Me personally, I don't. I could give a fuck about Halloween this year. I'm not feeling really spooky. The only thing that's really scaring me, to be honest with you, are people I used to work with on The Bachelor. And I'm going to get into that in a second. What else is scaring me is how I'm feeling right now about a man. It's kind of freaking me out. Okay, it's a little freaky. It's a little more than I anticipated for Halloween. I already experienced ghosts this month, but I didn't think what would be more terrifying than a ghost would be falling in like, which I think is what's happening right now, and I'm terrified. Okay, I'm actually terrified, horrified. It's spooky, and I'm trying to contain myself. Anyways, listen, enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the episode. Bye. Hello, everybody. Who do you think it is? It's Alanna Noel. Bet your fucking ass it is. It's Tuesday night. It's midnight. It's the witching hour, and that's exactly what's about to happen right now. I'm about to say things I shouldn't say. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you right now, if there's kids in the car, you're going to want to wait to hear this later. Okay, we're going to get nasty with it. We're getting dirty. We're getting raunchy. This is the place where I can come and speak to you without a filter. Okay, so why would you dare filter me? Instagram and TikTok do that enough. This is supposed to be our safe place. Please remove your children from the room. Okay, unless you're comfortable with them hearing what I'm about to tell you, which is rated R. Okay, we're about to get nasty, ladies, and maybe a couple gents. I don't know. I don't really look at the analytics. I should be. I just see the numbers. I'm not looking at the percentages, but I know it's mostly women here. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. This is going to be a nasty episode. I'm going to get real dirty with it. God forbid the people who like to tell me what I should and shouldn't be doing in dating or listening to this, because I'm about to tell them about all the rules that I broke. I broke so many rules. I'm a rule breaker. I don't know what you want from me. I can't be controlled. I mean, I can be. I am in control of my own body, okay? My body, my choice, and I'm in control of it, and it is my choice to be uncontrollable at the moment. So here we go. Okay. First of all, Shanae from Clayton season. I was her producer. It was her bachelorette party this weekend. She's getting married. It's very exciting. She just had a baby, and she looks like a Victoria's Secret model, okay? Everyone needs to do better. Seeing her body, I was like, excuse me, you look so good. You still have the hospital band on your wrist, and you literally look like you could walk a runway. It's eye-opening, and I need to get my shit together. I have no excuse. I have absolutely no excuse. I should be a bombshell. I should have a rock star body. Not a rock star body. I mean, they do drugs and they're disgusting. I should have like a green juice drinking body, and I am actively working out again and trying to get flexible and limber for reasons I'll explain to you in a bit. Oh my God. Do I have a crush? Ew, Alanna, how dare you? What's wrong with you? You like somebody? That's gross. How dare you like a man? I do like men. Contrary to popular belief, I actually do find men tolerable. I rather enjoy them. I'm not a man hater. Believe it or not. Shocking. I know. Can you believe it? I hardly can. I don't hate men. I don't hate women. Okay, I take that back. I hate men. I hate women. I hate everybody. That goes without saying. You should just know that. I'm not specifically a man hater. I'm an equal opportunist. I hate everybody. So yeah, it's not exclusive to men. I would speak to women more on my page, but that's people can't handle the truth. So I try to, I fit it in where I can, but nobody's good. Nobody's great. Okay. We're all just trying to survive out here. I'm not great. I am great. I'm actually perfect. Okay. What are we going to talk about? So this weekend I went to Miami for Shanae's bachelorette party. It was so fun. I had as much fun as I could have. Obviously this is a place for truth, and that's what I'm going to give you. It's I think it's difficult for anybody to go into a group of people they don't know. Shanae's friends are amazing and so kind and put on the best bachelorette party ever for her. It was so cool and fun, but I still struggle to be in a group of people after everything that happened with my mom. I really appreciate Shanae because she did give people the heads up before I came, which means a lot to me because it bypassed so many uncomfortable questions. Where do you live? What are you doing in Florida? Da, da, da. It like saved me so I could actually enjoy myself and have fun. But I just feel like I'm walking around with the scarlet letter on my chest. Like, hey, everyone, my mom just died. Bear with me. And I hate being looked at as a victim. It saved me from a lot of uncomfortable conversations, but you still feel it. I feel it. And it's hard for me to be in a group of people right now. I think I just need more time before I can actually let loose and like really enjoy myself with people in a group setting. I don't know that I was ever able to enjoy myself in a group setting, to be honest with you. Having a recently deceased mother definitely helps the cause to get out of social obligations. What am I supposed to do? Okay. I don't know. But it was a good time. We went on a boat. We laughed a lot. We went out. I ended up leaving the night early to go home because I just wanted to get the drive over with. I live an hour from Miami and I was just ready to peace out. Bid myself adieu. Okay. I shouldn't be talking about this. This is not something that should be discussed ever. And I actually told myself I wouldn't, but I'm not going to talk about it on my Instagram page, obviously, but podcast, we'll talk about it. Before I get into that, another thing about Miami, when I was out, I called one of my friends who lives in Miami that I've known for 10 years. We used to work together, just friends, me and this person. Recently, he has told me that he likes me and he's always had a crush on me and he wants to take me on a date. And he was very forthcoming in that. And I was like, listen, dude, like this is uncomfortable for me now. I'm sorry because you woke up and decided to admit your feelings for me. I'm supposed to just drop everything I'm doing and go on a date with you. I am not in the mood. You are asking me to power up a town that has been hit by a nuclear bomb. Okay, do you know how difficult that is? People are suffering right now. Okay, for generations, they are deformed. You're asking me to literally power up a town that has not had power or life for many years. Okay, this is like a Chernobyl situation. I'm not a miracle worker here. You're just admitting to me all these feelings. I've never looked at you in that way. I've never thought about you like that. And I'm sorry, I can't just wake up and say, yeah, like totally take me on a date. I don't think so. But I called him. Totally forgetting that even happened, just be like, hey, I'm in Miami. What are you doing? Because I was out. And he texted me and was like, so do you always just ask to hang out with people who you don't want to date? I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have guilted me into a date by saying, I'm not ready for a real man to come into my life. That's what this guy said to me. A few months ago, he's like, I just don't think you're ready to be with a real man, someone who wants to date you intentionally, wine and dine you and take care of you, whatever he said, something along those lines. And I was like, no, it's absolutely not that. Can it just be that I'm not into you? Like, it's not that I'm not ready for a real man. First of all, have I been dating Pinocchio this whole time? Like, what are you talking about? I have to say, for the most part, I would say that the people I have met up with, the choker aside, have been pretty good people. And like the guy who probably raped people in college, him aside, they've been pretty good people. There's been people I've gone on dates with who I've never even discussed on my Instagram because they've been good guys. Also, let me remind you, I am a performer. I am a writer. I am a extremist. I take to my Instagram and I go off and I go wild, and you are going to come to me and act like that is like the word of God. I'm sorry. It's not from God's lips to your ears. I am just saying things to say them. I just say things all the time. And he should know me more than anybody. He spent a lot of time with me in my youth when I was really out of control and wild with my mouth. I've tamed myself a little bit. And okay, you're telling me because of my Instagram stories, my reels, that I'm not ready for a serious relationship. You don't know anything about my day-to-day life or what I am interested in or anything. You're literally taking comedic writing, obviously based on my life and experiences, and bringing that into this conversation. Number one, I don't want to date or be with anybody who takes my Instagram to heart like that. If you can't watch my Instagram or TikTok and be able to decipher the fact that this is a piece of writing, then we're going to have a problem, and this is never going to work because you are, number one, too sensitive, and did I say number one yet? I started with number two. You're A, too sensitive. Two, you are dumb. C, you don't get it. D, I don't care. E, all of the above. So anyways, he said something like that. I was like, okay, dude, whatever. Bye. If he really was an adult, mature man, and I said, hey, come meet up with me and my friends for a drink, we're in the area, he would have shown up as a friend and done the work there. Okay. Not try to guilt me via text into dating him when I haven't even, this is, what? Who? What are you talking about? I'm living my life here. You just, I don't know. I don't do well when people come from the past. When I don't do well with resurrections. I've never been a fan of Easter. I have no interest in dead people coming back to life. I'm sorry. And he was never even alive in my book of romance. Okay. He was just always no. So not only are we not going to date, I guess we're not friends. So bye. Okay. Men and women can't be friends. Once again, I've said that once. I'll say it twice. I'll say it 3 times. They can't. Someone always gets hurt, and it's never me. Is it? No, because I know better than to be friends with men who I'm interested in. I'm not friends with men I'm interested in. If I'm interested in a man, we date. If I'm friends with you and you're a guy, I don't like you. Newsflash. Men get friend zoned, not women. I mean, I think some women probably do, but if you are getting friend zoned and you like somebody, sweetie, stop embarrassing yourself. Get the fuck out of that situation. That's weird. You shouldn't be doing that. Anyways, okay, let's get into the nitty gritty of why this episode is rated R. Why we're getting nasty with it. Let me start by telling you. So last week I talked about getting off SSRIs. Something I did not discuss last week is another little thing that happens to you when you get off SSRIs. So another thing that happens to you is all of a sudden you get incredibly fucking horny. I'm sorry. I warned you. Don't have the kids around. Put them away. I'm going to be totally transparent here, and I shouldn't be. I'm saying too much, but I'm going to do it because that's why we're here. Okay, this is my safe place. This is my safe place. It's actually not safe at all. So since my sexual awakening, I will tell you, I'm not quite vanilla. You know what I mean? I'm open-minded. Not when it comes to sexuality. I'm not interested in women. I'm not interested in my partner being interested in men or women. I like to keep it basic man on woman. I don't fault anyone else's life choices. I support whatever you want to do. I don't care if you're in a relationship with 6 people. I don't care if you're polygamous. I literally don't care what anybody does. I have no political motivations when it comes to people's sexuality and how they want to do things behind closed doors. That's not my business. Okay? But for me personally, I like the company of a man, only one. And that's all I've ever done. But, sometimes it's hard to find people to match your freak. It is. And, I've watched some interesting things on pornographic websites. I think I might have talked about it in other episodes. Some very dark things. We won't bring it up again. I'm not even going to tell you which episode. I don't need you to go back and looking into that. Somewhere in there, I discussed some weird shit I was watching on porn one time. I'll just get weird with it. I can't explain it. I don't know. I get bored with my life or things I'm doing. Because here's the thing. I don't sleep around. I've said it once. I'll say it twice. It's true. I don't. And, I get bored. And sometimes, watching the basic stuff just doesn't really do it for me. So I got to get weird with it. And would I be interested in doing these things in real life? Sure. If somebody was down and if we loved each other and we were open and that happened, sure, I'd do it. But here's what happened. I started taking SSRIs and that completely went off the table. It was so weird. All of a sudden, I stopped watching porn. Normally, when I'm alone It'll take me less than 60 seconds. Okay. I could be watching The Office. I don't even need to be thinking about anything sexual at all. I could literally be running a list of groceries through my mind and it will take me less than 60 seconds to just get it done. Wham, bam. Thank you, man. Thank you, ma'am. Because there's no man, because it's me. So that kind of stopped. And I was thinking to myself, maybe it's the fact that I'm getting older, wiser, more mature, looking for something serious, as the Miami guy would hope and dream, which I am, but just not with him. Anyways, I don't know. I was like, okay, maybe I'm chill off of this now. I'm like, whatever, I'm normal. Is that, I don't know what normal is. Who does anybody? So maybe I'm just a good God-fearing woman now all of a sudden. So I, forgot about it. Come to find out, what I've discovered is no, baby, I'm nowhere close to being over it. I'm just as nasty as I was a year ago today. The SSRIs actually really do suppress your sexual appetite. And I didn't even realize it until now because it happens so subtly, slowly over time. And all of a sudden, you just don't even think about it. And maybe, just maybe, SSRIs are a way to control the population in some way. I don't know. I'm just saying things. I'm a conspiracy theorist. What do you want from me? SSRIs did save my life. I will say nothing against them. If you take them, you probably need them. Don't get off them. Don't listen to anything I say. I'm not a medical doctor. I know I seem like one, but I'm not. Okay. I barely graduated high school. Please don't listen to anything I say. Okay. That being said, I have to tell you, this week is not looking good for me. I'm telling you, because not only am I hot off the SSRIs and feeling myself more than I have in a very long time, also, I'm in my 30s. That's a woman's sexual peak. Also, I'm ovulating. Also, I like somebody. Kind of, not really. Maybe I don't. But I do. I do like him. I'm not afraid to say it. I'll say it. And could I get hurt? Yes. Will I probably get hurt? Most likely. I don't know. I like somebody. Why do I feel like I can't admit that? You know what it is? It's like once you start speaking on a man, it crumbles. After this week, I will be able to tell you if this is a person who I will keep around. And it's his decision too. Does he want to keep me around? You know, it's a two-way street here, baby. So next time you hear from me, you'll have a clearer answer. But how I feel right now is giddy, excited, butterflies in my stomach. Here's the thing about me. I am a serial monogamist. I have been in many very loving relationships. I'm very rarely single. This is the longest I've ever been single in my life. Currently, this is the longest I've ever been single. And that's intentional. I did not want to jump into another relationship. I absolutely had the opportunity to do so. And I either consciously or subconsciously made sure that I didn't. I wanted to take the time to heal, as I say, and make sure that I can be with a person and not start a relationship with somebody while I'm in the middle of dealing with so many things emotionally. So I've done those things and I do feel ready to be with a person again, should that happen. And I don't really know anything about this guy. And I was reminded of that tonight. I'm going to tell you why. So last week, I was like, oh, God, I should probably reopen the apps. I should probably respond to people. I should probably go on dates again. So I reopened the apps. I was talking to some guy and we talked on the phone. And the conversation for me felt very forced. And I could already see where it would go with this person. I would have to not be myself. He didn't seem like somebody who could be accepting of my lifestyle, meaning he's pretty buttoned up. And I'm pretty loosey-goosey, you know? He has multiple kids. Not really something I'm super interested in. I would. If love was there and there was an intense connection, I'd be open to it, but there was no intense connection. And I could tell. I was talking to this guy for a few days and I was like, God, this doesn't feel right. I don't even want to meet this dude. Why would I even? And I have a hard time talking to more than one person at once. So I was like, all right, I need to get back on the app. So I'm going through, I'm looking, and I see this guy. And I was like, why haven't I been talking to this guy? He's kind of cute. I think I was like waiting a while to respond, not intentionally, but I was just busy. So I saw this person and I was like, he seems kind of cute, maybe a little weird. I don't know. I kind of like weird. Let me massage this conversation a little bit. Let me move the needle. So I do. And soon enough, we're texting. Soon enough, we're FaceTiming. And when I see him on the FaceTime, I was like, oh my God, what is that feeling in my stomach? Why do I feel like I want to reach through the phone and smooch this guy's face? I just wanted to smooch him. I can't explain it. He just was so smoochable. So smoochable. Oh my God. I couldn't even think about what I was saying to him. I don't even know what I said. I couldn't tell you one single thing I said in that conversation at all. I could have said my name is Brenda. I could have told him my name's Brenda and I grew up in Alabama for all I know. I have no fucking clue what I said to the man on the FaceTime. All I could think about was how much I wanted to kiss him. I don't know. I just wanted to give him a hug and smooch his face. And since then, he has very much matched my energy and made me feel every day more and more excited. This was last week. Today I had an eye-opening experience, an awakening, a come to Jesus moment, if you will. I am a romantic. When I know I like somebody, I struggle playing games. It's very easy for me to play games with people I don't like, use them as a form of entertainment, as they do with me, I'm sure. But when I see potential with somebody, I can't do that. My hands are tied behind my back. I can't help but be honest and upfront and myself. Most times. Lately, though, I struggle with that. I've noticed. It's never been a problem for me in the past, but since I started doing this Instagram thing, I have like this new set of insecurities that I've never had before. Never in my life have I ever like sat, like if someone doesn't text me or call me or something, thought to myself, oh, like they probably saw my Instagram or listened to my podcast. Now that's like this new thing that I feel. And it's very weird. So like we've talked pretty consistently, you know, I'm not obsessing over the man. It's very hard to get me to obsess. I have to sleep with someone before I can like feel those intense feelings. It just doesn't just come up out of the blue. So I didn't talk to him a lot today. And I found myself thinking about him. I was like, fuck, I don't like that. The second I feel somebody distracting me from my priorities, my work, my creativity, anything like that, I will back away or I'll get scared. A long time ago, somebody I dated before I was engaged, I felt like every day my mind and my life was consumed with how he's feeling and what he's thinking and does he like me? Does he love me? And after I went through that in that relationship, I promised myself I would never let anybody not make me feel anything but safe. And my ex-fiance always made me feel like safe and good. My ex-boyfriend, when we were together before all the fuckery, I wrongfully, I can speak so highly about my ex-fiance because I think he's a great person. I can't obviously do that with my most recent ex, as you all know. But I will say, whether it was delusion or whatever the fuck it was, I didn't feel like that with him either. Okay. So today I had this weird feeling of like, damn, I think I like this person. That's scary. He's on my mind. That's scary. It has been a long time since I've let somebody just take up space in there. Okay. There's been no vacancy here for a while. So that was a very weird, unsettling feeling. Exciting though, too. Like this man has done nothing but make me feel validated and been pursuing me, which is why I'm feeling like this, which is good. And I have to acknowledge that. I'm feeling like this now, this excitement, because of his efforts. And he's saying things that are just tickling me pink and making me rather excited. Also scared, because when I see him next, I am definitely not going to be able to control myself from, I will be able to control myself. I can always control myself. I'm in complete control. I am in control. Okay. That's what I need to remind myself. So today he was doing his thing, whatever. I realized like, wow, this man could affect how I feel. I think he could get there with me. And I don't even know him. I'm actually going to do something different with this person. I'm going to be myself completely, be transparent, be upfront. I don't want to treat him like I've treated the other guys that I've dated recently, which is just not caring, ignoring, not responding, and not massaging the potential of the relationship. And just doing dumb stuff. God, I've done so many dumb things. Luckily, I haven't had sex with anybody. That's one dumb thing I have not done. Okay. I have that one thing going for me. My podcast is so unhinged. Goodbye. Okay, we are back. Part 2. Not even part 2. I'm going to tell you about my date. It was last night. I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you all about it. First of all, I just fucked up my phone somehow. Hold on. Fabulous. I have a lot to say. Can you imagine? Can you believe that? It's shocking, right? I know. Trust me. But I have quite the thing to say today. And boy, am I going to say it. First of all, there's things I would say if I did not think that the guy that I went on a date with last night is listening. It's 6:00 in the morning. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween, baby. Baby. Okay, happy Halloween. What are you dressing up as? Yeah, it must be Halloween because I'm about to talk to you about something very scary. Okay, something very spooky to me, The Bachelor. Okay, something very scary. There's a few quite frightening things that are happening actually right now. I'm limited to talk about only a few. Okay, first of all, before I tell you about my date last night, let me tell you something. I happened to notice this morning, that a couple producers, a couple friends of the show, The Bachelor, ever heard of it? Have unfollowed me on Instagram. Okay. And I'm just like, wow, you really aligned yourself on the right side of history, haven't you now? Now I know who you are. By unfollowing me, you have told me so much without saying a word. Because you know what? I have actually right now, currently in the current state, okay, I am actually the least annoying I've ever been on social media compared to the past. Okay. As history has shown, this is the least annoying I have been, and you have yet to unfollow me. So I know without a shadow of a doubt that you did not unfollow me because I posted or did something annoying. That was not your final straw. That was not the straw that broke the camel's back here. You had to have unfollowed me because I have heard, and I know, and I have on good authority from multiple sources, that there are quite a few people getting fired up in that show. Now, these people who unfollowed me are not working on the show anymore. They no longer work there, but they did. And they're friends with people who I think were fired. And So either it has something to do with something I've said publicly and the investigation that was brought forth with the show, or it has something to do with them casting and hiring sex predators. I don't know. But I'm sorry if you are so upset and you're so upset with me because alleged predators, okay, people with restraining orders and people who are horrible people that were allowed on the show, that the people responsible for that are no longer there, then go fuck yourself. Literally go to the store. I'll Venmo you. I will send you $50 so you can get a nice one. Pick up a fucking dildo and shove it right the fuck up your ass. I don't give a fuck. I hate you. I don't hate anybody, but I do like somebody. I went on a date last night and I like him so much. Oh my God, this episode's so unhinged and I love it. I'm so about it. Okay, I just have to say, for the people who unfollowed me, who are friends of the show, I know who you are. You're a scum-sucking rodent, little rat, fuck ass bitch who sides with men who allegedly enjoy raping and tormenting women. Okay? Have fun with your stupid ass pathetic life, you freaking Kool-Aid drinking loser. Oh my God. God, that feels so good to say. God. What was their tipping point? I have to wonder. I know, obviously we already talked about it. Couldn't have been me because I'm perfect. Had to have been something I said to get somebody fired. Thank you. Glad they're doing something about it. Quite rather enjoy that. You know what's so funny? One of the people who was let go, fired, laid off, parted ways, however they want to fucking put it, someone at the top, someone I've talked about previously, I'll never forget. At one point, somebody questioned the excruciating circumstances in which we worked, the slave labor that they put forth on us. And his response was, well, that's how I came up in the industry. So, I feel like that's how you need to come up too. I don't think this actually was directed at me. I think somebody else was bringing it up to him about how the working conditions were insane. And he was like, yeah, sorry, dude, that's what happened to me growing up. So that's what you're going to get. It's like, okay. They also nailed Jesus to the cross. Should we start crucifying people? They also burned witches at the stake. Should we start doing that? Round up the bitches. Let's tie them to a fucking piece of wood and burn them alive. Is that what you're saying we should do? Fuck you, you fucking idiot. It's called evolution. It's called growth. Things you are clearly not capable of. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir, that I have to be the judge, the examiner, and the executioner, but there's no one else to fucking do it because everyone's scared. I'm not scared to get on a microphone and say all you people are fucking horrible. Okay, let's talk about good things. So that was just one little scary story I wanted to tell you for Halloween. I love justice. I just love it. If I could just put justice all over the top of my ice cream with a little cherry on top and just eat it. Yum, 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 yum. In my dum. It's so good. I feel so good today. Anyways, I don't know why them unfollowing me just gave me so much satisfaction. It's like, ooh, I really touched you. I hurt you, didn't I? Well, you hurt me too. There you go. Okay, let's talk about last night. So earlier in the episode, I discussed a guy that I like. Wow. We went out last night, and let me just tell you, love. I'm just kidding. Let me not say that. Okay, let me just say this. I just like him. I really like him. And I can't explain it. I'm just so excited. It feels like, I don't know, just good. It's like a warm, sexy feeling. It's like warm and sexy. Me. Besides me. I'm so delusional today. Oh my God, it definitely is Halloween. I'm so kooky today. What is wrong with me? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I can't wait to see this person again. Like, I want to see. No, I like the wait. I like waiting. I like the time in between. I like the getting to know you phase. I love all that stuff. It's so fun. And I haven't felt this way in so long. Let me just say, this guy made me realize something tonight. So last episode, I talked about the one who got away. Okay. One of the hugger guy. I actually was so freaking honest with this dude. I'm taking a new approach because I do like this guy a lot. So I have been very upfront, very honest, very just like, this is who I am. So anyways, I told him the full real ass, sad ass, pathetic ass story of how me and the hugger broke up. And when I told him the story, he was like, you didn't do anything wrong. This whole time I was thinking I fucked up, but I had never said this story out loud to anybody because I was so mortified and embarrassed that I did what I did. So when I reluctantly told him, and not that he was forcing me, I just wanted to be honest. I told him what happened. He was like, you didn't do anything wrong. You were too nice. And I was like, oh my God, really? And it made me realize, no, this guy is not like, I do not even miss that guy. Fuck that guy. Totally fuck that guy. I do not give a shit. Okay. I can't explain it. Maybe it's just because like I hadn't met anybody that I actually had feelings for since that dude. And he was the first person I had feelings for since my ex-boyfriend. So like, obviously I was clinging on to that because I had nothing else to cling on to. But now that I met this person, I'm like laughing that I even thought I liked that other guy because I like this guy so much. I'm like, hugger who? I've never been hugged by anybody else. I don't even ever want to think about ever hugging or kissing any other person. Ever, ever, ever. I like this person. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. What I'm doing right now, let me explain to you. I'm already like exclusive with him in my mind. I don't even care if he's dating anybody else. Whatever. It's his choice. I'm not like concerned. I know they'll go away in time. The longer we talk, I'm not concerned about it. Okay. But I'm not interested in talking to anybody else. My attention and my energy is on this person. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But either way, I'm not going to regret devoting a couple weeks to seeing what's up. And then after that, we'll see. Or maybe, I don't know, but I like him. Okay, here's something weird. So we have not exchanged social medias or anything. I don't even want to see his social media. I don't care. It's not that I don't care because I care. I'm interested, but I don't like social media as a method for getting to know somebody in the beginning. Like I'll get your social media at another point. And it is such a turn off to me when a guy says, what's your social? Like the last date I went on, he asked me so fucking soon. Like while we were sitting at the table having a drink, he's like, what's your social media? Like, okay, you fucking douche. I see his social media. He's got like, I don't know, over 10,000 followers with a check mark. Who are you? Shut the fuck up. Like, bye. I use social media as a form of entertainment. I do not use it to learn anything about men. I have gone down that path. How many people is he following? Is he following any girls? Da, da, da. And I always get upset. You know, I always get in my feelings. And so why open that door? But why not open that door? Why am I not doing it? Why am I not checking now? Am I avoiding red flags that if I were to see now, it would save me heartache later? That's the other thought. These are the battling things in my mind. Okay. See, this is one thing you have to understand about me and what I try to do in this podcast and in general is I am not concrete in any school of thought. I like to think about everything. And that's also the problem. So at the end of the day, I have to go with what is going to give me the most mental peace. Okay. So that is how I decide how I'm going to move in my life. Although I will probably change that up eventually. I'll be like, let's see the social. Let's see who he's following. Let's make sure there's no big booty hoes up in here. And if there are, I'll be crying. I'll be like, he doesn't like me. Oh my God. He's following all these girls and he likes some more than me and he's in love with them. He loves them and he hates me. I don't even want to think about that. I want to live in the cozy little treehouse I built in my mind where I am so in like, and he is pulling me into his body and kissing me, and he's so tall and he's so cute and he has like these lips and he has this face and he has just all these things that I like, and I just want to smooch and I can't even tell you. I can't tell you. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait. Okay, so this was interesting. So when we were on the date, He was like, it's really hard to read you. I can't read you. I'm like, what? I'm literally the most blunt, upfront person I know. What do you mean it's hard to read me? I'm so upfront. I was so confused by him saying this. I was like, wait a second. Am I mysterious? My dream. This is my dream come true. This is the moment I've been waiting for my entire life. I am mysterious. I'm mysterious. Oh my God. I didn't know. Why didn't anybody tell me? I'm so mysterious. Look at me. Look at me. You just don't know what I'm thinking. But millions of other people on the internet do. Oh my God. You don't know what I'm thinking? Interesting. Because not one single person has ever said that to me. That's not true. Okay. I have been told I'm mysterious before. But before I ever had social media, now people like to assume they know who I am. Okay. So he says that, right? I was like, what do you mean? I'm pretty sure I've like been very straight up with you. I like you and I think you're cute and I want to marry you and have your babies. Just kidding. I never said that. Never will. Probably will cut that out because I am actually, if he's listening, I'm like, totally chill. I'm actually like, whatever. I like haven't even thought about him at all today or last night or at all. Did I go on a date last night? I totally forgot. It's just like anything else. Just like another guy. No big deal. It's definitely neither here nor there. I'm totally chill. I'll live. Or will I? I won't actually. Anyways, so he said something like, well, you're always smiling, blah, blah, blah. I can't tell. And I was like, dude, yeah, I'm smiling because I like you. You're making me smile. I'm nervous. I'm giddy. I have butterflies in my stomach. That's why I'm smiling. I am not putting on a show here. This is genuinely how I feel. I was like, listen, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be sitting at dinner with you. I don't typically go to dinner with people on dates. And that is true. I don't like going to dinner with anybody on a first date. I like to keep it quick, short, because I never know what's going to happen if I'm going to like them or not. I've been through too much. I've had too much trauma with dates. I'm like, no, not real trauma, but I did get choked once, but whatever. Anyways, so I told him a story about how in California, I went on this date and like to give him an example, I FaceTimed with this guy that I met on Hinge and he was like, I want to take you to dinner like right now. And I was like, no, I'm busy. I have things to do. And he's like, no, right now. I need to take you to dinner. And I was like, no. And he's like, I will send you an Uber, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, fine. So he calls me an Uber to Newport Beach to this nice ass restaurant on the water, expensive, gorgeous, all the things. And he was cute on FaceTime. So I was like, oh, I'm going to like him. I get there. Oh my God. No. No. Cute face. Like he was good looking. It's just the energy, the vibes, the chemistry. It wasn't there. I had to go. This man ordered us a tuna tartare to the table. He ordered a tuna tartare to the table. I got an appetizer. We had some drinks. I was not smiling. I'll tell you that. I couldn't even fake it. And he was gearing up to order entrees. And I said, listen, I'm going to hold your hand as I say this, but I got to go. I can't do entrees with you. I need to leave. I'm sorry. I can't suffer through another meal. I didn't say the suffering part, but you can imagine I did. And he was like, what do you mean? I'm starving. I was like, I understand. You can stay and eat. I am going to go. You don't need, I get it, but I got to go. And he's like, well, let me just get the check and then we'll give like one more drink at the bar. I'm like, well, no, you're hungry. So why don't you stay and eat and I'm going to go. And he demanded, whatever. I stayed for a drink at the bar. It was fine. And it was over. I left and we had still called me. I was going to Florida the next day. And he was still calling me the whole time I was in Florida. Weeks later, finally he got the hint. I don't know why I can't just say, listen, sir, I got to go. I don't like you. I like to think my actions show you. I don't know. I'm being very clear in my actions and my words with this dude. I'm smiling. I'm staying for entrees. What more do you need me to say? I don't know. I'm here. I'm smiling. I'm eating my entree. I like you. Okay. If I didn't like you, I would be saying my mom just died and I gotta go. Like honestly, that's how you know I like you. What else do you want me to do? And I said it. Okay. I've said it. Oh God. What's a gal to do? Then he says something about getting a review, like a 5-star Yelp review or something like of the date. And I was like, I didn't say this out loud. I didn't even realize it in the moment, but I'm realizing it now. Oh my God. Did he listen to my last podcast episode? Is this why he's saying he doesn't know if I like him or not? Because in my last podcast episode, the Florida Diaries, I talked all about how I want to get my 5-star review on a date and how I go on all these dates and like make them fall in love with me and then I leave. Is that why he thinks that? And I'm like, oh my God. No, I do like you. That's not the case here, actually. I'm saying it right here and now. That is not the case on this date last night. And I don't know if he's listening. Now he knows the truth because I'm saying it on my podcast. This is not a game. No games, just sports. Hashtag what a woman wants. Hashtag Mel Gibson. Hashtag Helen Hunt. Hashtag God help me. This morning I woke up and I poured myself a glass of orange juice and all of a sudden it hit me in my gut and I was like, ugh. It was like a gut punch. Like, oh my God, I'm in like. I'm in like. Is that what we should title this episode? I should probably tell him that I'm going to talk about this in the podcast, right? I don't want to hit him with a surprise. Fuck. I don't want to. See, this is the hard part about doing this. This is the hard part. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm sitting here on the phone with my friends right now. Like, I feel like you guys are my friends. I'm telling you all about my date. And now I have to tell him that I'm about to tell my friends about my date. Do you understand how that feels? It's really weird. It's a really weird feeling. And I hate this part of it. But I actually really could see myself with this person. So I want to do the right thing by him. And maybe that's not posting or talking about it. But if he wants to be with me, this is kind of part of it, I guess. This is the hard part. And I can't go get advice from anyone about this. I have to really just go from my gut and decide what I'm going to do. Fuck. Anyways, this was fun. This has been real interesting. Thanks for listening. Next week, we'll continue with the Florida Diaries. I just had to really come here and give you the highlights. This fine Halloween day. Anyways, this is Recipe for Crazy. Give me 5 stars. Love you. Bye.